The year was 1916. The Western Front was a meat grinder, a landscape of mud, barbed wire, and the constant, deafening roar of artillery. Thomas, a young British private, shivered more from nerves than from the biting cold as he huddled in a trench waiting for the whistle. He thought of his mother's garden in Kent, the smell of roses, the gentle hum of bees. It felt like a lifetime ago. Here the air reeked of stale earth, cordite, and fear. His rifle, cold and heavy in his gloved hands, felt like an extension of his own dread. Suddenly the shrill, piercing sound cut through the air. "Over the top, lads!" a sergeant roared, his voice hoarse. Thomas scrambled out of the trench, his boots sinking into the churned-up ground. The world exploded around him in a symphony of chaos. Machine gun fire ripped through the air and shells landed with earth-shattering thuds. He ran, head down, bayonet fixed alongside his comrades. Faces, grim and determined, flashed past him. One moment, his friend Arthur was beside him. The next, a deafening explosion flung Thomas to the ground. He coughed, tasting dirt and blood, and looked back. Arthur was gone. Just a crater and a lingering cloud of smoke. Pushing the grief down, Thomas pressed on, a grim resolve settling over him. He fired his rifle almost on instinct, the recoil a familiar jolt against his shoulder. He saw a German soldier, young like him, emerge from a dugout. Their eyes met for a fleeting second, a shared moment of terror and exhaustion, before Thomas squeezed the trigger. Hours later, or perhaps only minutes, Thomas found himself in a captured German trench, the fighting having moved further on. He slumped against the muddy wall, his breath coming in ragged gasps, his uniform caked in mud and something else he didn't want to identify. The screams and explosions had dulled to a distant echo. He looked around at the devastation, shattered timbers, discarded equipment, the fallen. A profound weariness settled over him, deeper than any physical exhaustion. He pulled out a crumpled letter from his pocket, the last one from his mother, its words of hope and home a stark contrast to the desolate reality around him. He wondered if he would ever see that garden again.